Hi guys and gals, welcome to the Brighton Hove Albion Sheffield Wednesday review. Now this is a game I think we could actually get something from, because I just think we might have picked up where we went wrong against Rotherham. We will be able to put that right and hopefully get the win tonight. Now I'm hoping that we have Hutchinson back tonight. It is still like, for the last couple of games, we've missed his bite in midfield. There's not been enough physical players in there, especially in the last game. This is Forster's last game of his suspension, and then he will be back for the Forest game. The team news is Westwood, Palmer, Leuven, Lees, Bennett, Matthias, Bannon, Lee, Hutchinson, Zhao, Hooper. Subs are Price, Sasso, Poodle, Lopez, McGugan, Wallace, Newhugh. Now, Zhao has definitely deserved his start. He played ever so well when he come on as the super sub. I also feel like we changed the back four yet again. We've not. It's really weird. We're conceding a lot of goals, and I think it is important to have a solid back four, one that's always working together kind of thing, and we've not managed to get that this season. So hopefully next season we'll have that sort of, but we, at the same time, you've got to think we've had a lot of injuries in the back four. We had Lee's out for a while, Leuven's have been on and off, out injured, Sasso's been injured, so the back four area has been an area where we've had a lot of injuries, so I can understand why we've had to chop and change it each time. Matthias coming in for his first start, I think since the Brentford game, I think in September or something like that, his first start in a long time. So let's see how he gets on, and hopefully we can get all 3 points tonight. There was a delay in the kickoff due to an accident. Luckily, the rumours that were going around saying that Wenty fans had died were just rumours. It was just walking wounded who were in the accident, and they all walked away from it, thankfully. It's been an interesting game, this, because we've had a chance of going forward and play good little touches. But this first half has been definitely a game where each team's been trying to feel each other out. I'm starting to get a funny feeling that teams are starting to know how to play against us, in the terms of if you keep your marking tight on Barry Bannett, it stops his movement. We've had, I wouldn't even say we've had any chances. They've had a couple. One chance that went over the bar is a good long range shot, it deflected. Matthias has not really been in the game for me yet. I think I don't think I've heard much of him when he's lost the ball. But we have lost the ball a hell of a lot as well. Certain players like Bannon and Bennett. Bennett's had a great battle with Knockout on the wing. Palmer's done well with getting some crosses in. Palmer worked in about 2 or 3 good crosses, but then when he's been in defence, he's had problems either making a tackle or getting done. Zhao made a stupid kick out at one of the players after a foul, and he's lucky, really. Some referees may have seen it as a red for just being petulant, but we could really do without that. But really, it's just been a game where both sets of players have just been quite cancelled each other out. I would say if I was going to give the first half to anyone, I'll give it Brighton. They've had a little bit more chances, but there's not been much in it. Both teams are very standing off kind of thing. First 20 minutes, it took a long time for the game to get going. And we just need to figure out how to get going forward because we've not really had any chances. We're playing very defensively, which you can probably understand after a couple of results recently. Now, results in the league at the moment are going our way, apart from the Ipswich game. At the moment, we are 7th, so it would be really good if we could get a goal and win, basically, so we can make advantage of how it currently stands with other teams around us are losing, apart from Ipswich, like I said, and we could do without it. So we'll see what happens. Hopefully we can score a goal in the second half and get away with all 3 points, but we really need to start looking at ways of getting forward. Like I said, Matthias has been non-existent this half, really not done much. So let's see what happens. In the second half, we had a lot more chances. We played a lot better. We got into the groove a bit more. Matthias was making runs. We had a little bit of a scare with Westwood originally because he looked like he went down injured, but he actually did okay. He survived, he's fine. But we've done well against the team in Brighton position. The only thing that's going to annoy us about this game that we haven't taken advantage of it. Bannon had some good long-range chances. The link-up between Newhugh at times didn't come off when he came on, but when we were going forward, it was very much down the wings, having a bit of width. A lot of the fans have been asking to see if we could have a bit of width and stuff. We got plenty of corners in the end, and their keeper pulled off some very, very good saves. We made up for it with the amount of corners we got, like I said. But I'm very happy to take a point in this game, considering. Now, 2 weeks ago we were 6 points off automatic, and now we're 15 points off automatic. You could turn around and say that's due to us not having a Forestieri for a couple of games due to the suspensions he served. It could be that we've just not been at races. We do look a different team when Forestieri's not playing. We lose a lot of our creative spark, and I think that's something we're going to have to look at in the summer with bringing in more creative style players and probably boosting the midfield up as well in that sense, and more wingers and people who are a little bit fast. I sometimes feel like can sometimes be a little bit slow, but like I said, I would have taken a draw before the game. I thought Hooper had a great game at time going forward. At the back he struggled a bit. Bennett, for me, had a superb game, looking stronger and stronger each time. We are starting to hopefully put that bad run that we had a little bit behind us. It's a draw. We could have done a win with so many teams around us losing. I think the big result in our league is that Rotherham beat Middlesbrough. Warnock is doing some great work there now. He may actually keep them up, but less on that. We've got Nottingham Forest at the weekend, so let's try and get another good performance. But the one thing I want to see us start doing is what we're not doing. We can't put 2 good 45 minutes together. We really are struggling. We are turning into that team from the Brian Lord time where we have a really shit first half, but then we get them in at half time and bollock them, then have a really good second half. We really need to start getting a consistent run of half going where we're playing well each time and start taking our chances when we have them. At one point, we were free flowing and scoring. That seemed to have dropped off a little bit. So we'll see what happens in the game against Forest. Let's hope for 3 points, and I'll see you in the next one.